away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. This is Jakeem Grant. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, big hole right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. To throw again on second down, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the lead.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That'll set them back 5. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Running the counter with Mostert. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Now Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Winston now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team. So I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Mostert. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley. with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Jackson looking to throw on third. To Barkley on the check down. Oh, nice move. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. They're indeed going. It's Winston.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Prater's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because
they've got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also,
here's a diving catch right side. That catch good for only a couple.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
68 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A handoff to Barkley, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Barkley into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Grant sets to return it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland.
Jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved.